Oh, that's hurt my eyes. No, that's... Think. Hi! Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of video reviews from Boast about games. And today I will be reviewing the... well, as you can tell from the mask that I've just been wearing that nearly crushed my brain. Batman Arkham Origins, the third installment in the Batman Arkham series. The first one being Arkham Asylum, the second one being Arkham City. Two games that I have already played. And now it brings to this one. Now, I haven't really got properly excited about this game because I was too busy being pumped and excited about other games, such as the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix and the Beyond Two Souls. So, yeah, I bought this out on a whim and I'm really glad I did because once again, the Batman Arkham series has not failed to disappoint me. So let's get started with this review of Origins. So, as you know, Arkham Asylum was set in an asylum, Arkham City was set in a part of Gotham City, and Arkham Origins will be set in the origin of the underground world. Nah, I'm just kidding, it's actually just in Gotham City. And what's it about is it's set in Batman's early years. It's set in a time where he's only been Batman for 2 years. So he hasn't met any of the big major criminals, the people who have inspired him in his life. The police department still think he's a menace. Captain Gordon thinks he's a menace. And notice how I've said Captain. He is not Commissioner Gordon yet. So yeah, the police department is corrupt, crime is everywhere, and Batman has started his superhero business to save the day. So let's go into the story from here on out. So the story is basically about this one night. It's set in Christmas Eve, Christmas time, and Batman has just gone out on his normal patrol until he figures out that Black Mask, a famous villain in the Batman comics, has hired 8 assassins to kill the Batman in one night. The winner, the person who kills the Batman, will have $50 million in their little wallets. So, yeah, the whole story is about Batman trying to find Black Mask and defeating all 8 of these deadly assassins, each skilled with different things. There's a contortionist woman who can wrap your legs around your head like a freaking pretzel. There's some old favourites like Bane, some new favourites like Firefly, and plenty of other bits and bobs and crazy people. And other recurring villains will also appear, such as the Penguin, the Joker. And now this may be a little bit of a spoiler, but the game focuses, part of the game focuses on Joker, the development of Joker and Batman's twisted relationship. Now the main story is about finding Black Mask and his assassins, but a bit of a side thing here, it's like, it shows how the Joker has developed this obsession with the Batman, how he's found this new little playmate for him, so to speak. So, yep, and as I've told you before, it's set in Gotham City. Now, I have no idea how big Gotham City is, if this is the whole of Gotham City, or it's just another section, or something, because I can still see buildings when I'm flying around the place like that. So, it's a third time, it's much bigger than Arkham City, so the places to explore, the collectibles to find have also doubled, probably 3 times more. Mainly from you-know-who, the Riddler. I don't know what's with the Riddler. He's either like some kind of freaking troll. He's not really a threat. He's just a person who wastes your time. And it's so annoying in his puzzles and the way he says, "Oh, I'm much smarter than you, Batman." So, let's get into the gameplay. As you know, what made the Batman Arkham series so famous was its combat system. It was one of the best combat systems ever made by the famous company Rocksteady. And the reason why it was so good is because it was so fluid. You can go from each enemy, punching people, countering, continue your combos, using different variations of moves, such as the breaking arms and bats flying everywhere, and stuff like that. The gadgets have also increased. There's some new gadgets, such as the remote claw, which is basically, if you remember the line launcher from the previous Batman games, it's like a remote line launcher, a projectile line launcher, if you will. It shoots out a projectile that creates a line for you. This is very helpful in the stealth missions. The stealth missions are pretty much the same. There's some new stealth techniques with the new gadgets that you have such as the remote claw. It's basically about the whole concept of the combat and the stealth, they're the main aspects that what made Batman so great. Now, from previous Batman games, I don't know if this is true, but the combat system is kind of... The combat system and the stealth system, it does feel a bit different. But that might be because the game is actually made by a different company instead of Rocksteady. It's made by something called Splash Damage. I don't know what they've done, but please comment in the section below to tell me what they've done so I know about this stuff. So yeah, it still feels kind of raw, so to speak. So like, Batman may feel a bit slower and jitterier, but it does take time to get used to his fighting style. And the stealth is a lot harder as well. There's much more bigger variation of enemies, such as heavily armoured guys, big guys, venom user guys. There's all the guns and stuff that you have to watch out for. You can use different gadgets, such as the disruptor and the smoke pellet, to get away from people with guns. And so yeah, with the stealth, it's all about picking out enemies one by one and using different variety of ways to take out enemies, such as taking them out with a great takedown, dropping from a gargoyle and snatching them up. There's the silent takedown, the corner takedown, explosive gel takedown, window takedown, hand and ledge takedown. So many different takedowns. And the same with the combat. There's different variations of enemies, such as these martial artist kung fu guys, where you have to use special kinds of counters to block their attacks, and they are annoying as hell. They're kind of worse than the ninjas from Arkham City, if you remember them. So yeah, so as far as the exploration goes, you get the grapnel boost, and this is a bit of a thing I want to bring up. The grapnel boost, as you remember from Arkham City, is a way to zipline. Is basically when you use the grapple gun, it shoots you into the air if you grapple onto something. Now, in Arkham City, it was said that this was only a prototype, that it was still not yet finished. So I don't understand why Batman has this gadget in Arkham Origins, which is a prequel to Arkham City, and it just doesn't make any sense. So there are some plot points in here and there with his gadgets and his combat and stuff like that, but they are minor problems. So I'll let's talk about the voice actors as well. The new guy who does, well, as you know, the previous voice actors was Kevin Conroy, who did the voice of Batman, and Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, did the voice of the Joker in both Arkham games and in some of the animated series as well. So obviously they've got some new guys in as well. The person who does the voice for Batman is Roger Craig Smith, and believe it or not, he does the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Think about that. And the new voice actor for Joker, now this is a really tough role, because Mark Hamill did an amazing job. He brought the Joker to life. He was absolutely amazing. The person who would follow him after that had some pretty big shoes to fill in, and the actor is Troy Baker. Now, please look up Troy Baker. He's the new rising video game celebrity. He's quickly going past Nolan North, as you know, who's another famous video game celebrity who's done the voice actors of many games, such as Uncharted series and the Assassin's Creed series as well. Troy Baker did the voice of Booker in Bioshock Infinite, and he did the voice of Joel in The Last of Us and many other video games. And I can honestly say he has done an amazing job playing as the Joker. Really. There really is no difference whatsoever. He does sound a little bit younger, but that's probably what they were going for. So Troy Baker does an amazing job, I have to say. He is a really talented actor. He's also a musician. I've never heard of his songs as well. Well, what the hell. So, yeah, so here's my final verdict. I know this is a little bit soon, but here's my final verdict of Arkham Origins, because there really is not that much to say about it. It's still pretty much the same thing, with newer gadgets, new enemies to fight, and the boss battles are also quite different. There's lots of countering involved, face-to-face combat, kung fu action, stuff like that. It is really cool. The assassin boss battles are absolutely amazing. So, yeah, it's one of those games that are routinely awesome. It's like, you get this game, and you've played the other games, and it's like, yeah, it's like you have this instinct that it's not going to disappoint you. So, if you're a fan of the previous Arkham games, and if you're a fan of Batman, you must play Arkham Origins. Well, you kind of have to play the previous games, actually, because the tutorials are very bleak in Arkham Origins, because it automatically like expects you to play the previous games before you play this one. There is a screen in the select screen menu where you can view all the controls, view all your basic stealth skills, combat skills, general movement skills. But yeah, so there is not much of a tutorial to follow exactly. So yeah, Batman Arkham Origins. It's an awesome game. I really want everyone to play it. If you're a fan of the Arkham games and a fan of Batman, you have to play this game. It truly is amazing. Like I said, it's routinely awesome. It's awesome, and that's all I can say about it. Now, as you know, in my previous video, it ended disruptly. That's because I kind of ran out of memory. But what I do is, at the end of all my videos, I create a question for you to answer in the comment section below. And so today my question is, what is your favourite Batman villain? My favourite Batman villain is Scarecrow, because I just love his whole concept of fear, the way he uses it to control people. He was pretty big in the Batman Begins movie, if you've seen that. So, yeah, my favourite Batman villain is Scarecrow. Please comment in the section below about your favourite Batman villain. Please like, favourite and subscribe, and hope to see you again soon. Ciao!